Hey everybody, how you doing? It's so good to see you again. I know it's been quite a while. It's been a mighty dry spell. Had a lot of stuff going on in life, and I know a lot of y'all's used to seeing the Promised Land Living Farm videos, and we thank you for your support and all that you've done. I wanted this to be way more than just about a farm, about every area of your life that we can touch and help, because I got one sole purpose in life now, and that's to break lack everywhere I step my foot. I want to see everybody's life improve. And that right now, if you're broke, busted, and disgusted, if you feel like you're hopeless, I'm here to tell you it's not hopeless. Simple little things can make such big differences in your life. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. So I hope that many of y'all come back on board and join us and keep going through the journey. And I hope many more come. And I've got a brand new team of talented people helping us. It's going to look a lot better, sound a lot better, and go through this journey with us as we do things. For any of y'all that's just coming on, my name is John Griffin. I was born a little nobody from nowhere, a single mother to 5 children. We grew up trailer park trash. Made many bad decisions in my life and destroyed it. But after a while and through some of God's basic principles, I began to restore my life. And I tell you, if you have a dream today, that's what I want to help you to get, no matter how big or small, just anything that will improve your life. You know, I dreamed about a debt-free home. It seemed like an impossibility. But at 38, I started changing my life. And at 49, I walked off of my public job and came home to my debt-free farm. Just a few years changed my whole world. But anyone can do this if you have an ear to hear and you desire something more in your life, that there's something that you want that just seems so impossible. That's what we can help you with. How to bring your dreams, no matter how small, to reality. And you can do it. And you are more than enough. Now, we're going to film some around the farm as it's growing. We're building a refuge to help others and to do things. And we're just starting back up on it. And I'm going to show you during this process how to build a farm in 1 year and have it operating. We're going to teach you how to get land if that's what you want, or a home. And we're going to teach you how to think outside of the box. Because if you can change your mind, you can change your life. If you can stop thinking about what all you don't have and focus on what you do have, you will discover that it is more than enough. God made us a promise: as long as the earth remains, there would be seed time and harvest. Seed time, time in between, and then the harvest. So come along with us journey if you're desiring something, and let us show you how to bring those seeds into reality in life, whether it's the way you talk, walk, or act. Because I'm telling you, life will get one shot. Let's not waste it. You are too valuable. Everyone on this earth is too valuable. And no matter how educated you are or not, your life can be more than what you've dreamed. And I tell you, the love and the strength that you are fixing to learn through simple little things will give you a new perspective. When you're done with this journey, you'll have a brand new heart and a brand new spirit, and you won't even be able to recognize yourself from where you came from. Because I tell you, everyone deserves a chance. Now, what we're going to show in this video is, in these videos and in this series, is really truly life stuff. It's not stuff you can learn in school. It is stuff that God set in place for every individual on the face of the earth to prosper them and to bring them into a better life. So it doesn't matter about politics or nothing else. With these principles, no matter who's in charge, you will come out. If you're tired of being stuck in the mud, now's the time to get up out of it. You know, quit wallowing and start focusing on a destiny. Get a dream in your heart and try to achieve something. Now, for some people, they might take this, their ideal of prosperity might be an extra tank of gas. Some people, it might be millions. Some people, it might just be a stride-free home to come home to. I don't know what your dreams are or what they're going to be, and they may change over time. But with these basic rules and you watching us go through different things, you will start getting the idea. And when you start applying it, because you actually got to apply them to your life, then your life will come out and you'll be strong and in control. Can you imagine it in yourself? No more late night crying. No more worrying about the guy coming to cut the lights off. No more worrying about how to get the car loan or the house loan. Let's do it right, the way we're supposed to. And I tell you what, it's going to be the most grandest journey of all journeys if you want to come on it. And you're going to see a lot of silly stuff because we're going to be doing stuff. You're going to see us while we're working on the farm. You're going to see us while we're traveling. You're going to see us while everything is going on. You're going to get to see interviews with people that were broke, busted, and disgusted, even suicidal, lost everything, but now are thriving and very successful and very happy in life. And you're going to hear their story on how they did it as well. But you're going to notice through all these stories and through all this journey, the same basic principles you're going to pick up. And I'm not even going to tell you what they are. You'll pick them up as you're watching. And when you apply them to your life, you will be an overcomer, no matter who you are. At 15 years old, I left my mountain homes walking with nothing in my pocket. And it took me till I was 38 years old to start improving my life. Because when I came out of the trailer parks in the hills, no matter how much money I made or no matter what I did, I kept them old ways of thinking of how I could never do anything, how I was always useless, or my money wise. I always lived just in the moment, thinking about the day and nothing else. And you know what? I went down some very bad paths. And everybody else, of course, sort of wrote me off a long time ago. But God didn't write me off, and He ain't wrote you off. You do have a bright future, and you are important. Doesn't matter where you're from and what country you came from. Even if you go back, you take these principles with you, and you will prosper no matter what that country is like. Because I'm telling you, if you choose this journey, it'll be a journey that will forever change you. Now, I'm not going to lie. There will be people that will just watch these videos and laugh at the funny stuff. Some of it will seem entertaining, but there'll be others who watch this video and they will have their lives changed because they'll have an ear to hear. They'll be paying attention. They'll start dreaming dreams and walking. We're going to show you how to take from that imaginary world, no matter what it is, and bring it into reality. And if you choose this journey, your life will improve. But this is a thing of life. It will take time in between harvests. So we'll show you how to, in between the bigger things in life that are coming to, how to do little things to keep you occupied and to keep you going, to keep you pumped up. How many knows victory feels good? And little victories are just as good as big victories. Something is better than nothing. I want y'all to remember that. Say that with me. Something is better than nothing. Hey, what a lifelong dream it's been, I tell you what, just to own a piece of land. But sometimes when you get that dream land, for you to afford it and to want it, sometimes you got to think outside of the box. And sometimes it might be just raw land, just like this is here, on a hillside, that everybody else thinks is useless. But if you can get a dream and put this thing together, you can create your own paradise. You can turn this useless land into useful land and make your dreams come true. And I tell you, it doesn't matter throughout life if you have an eighth acre or 100 acres. As long as you got a place to call your own that nobody can run you off of, you can always venture out. And even if you fail, you can just come home. But I'm telling you, you can take anything and change it to what you want it to be if you can get a little vision in your heart and you're willing to put forth the effort. Like these briars, these sticks, people looked at this for years and said this place was useless. But when I looked at it, I saw a farm. I saw flower gardens. I saw regular gardens, chickens, cattle, pigs. I saw a future that would hand out through the generations. I'm going to tell you how I got the farm along the ways. I'm going to tell you what we did, but we started right here with this. Nothing but parrying land. And there's a few different ways we did it. You're going to see it. So come along with me. Now we're on the hill that if anybody that was watching PromiseLand Living Farms, Me and my beautiful bride, Angie Marie, were sitting about halfway down in that thicket talking about starting over again. Now, y'all know that was a couple years ago. I want y'all to take a gander now at this hill. Now, keep in mind, only half of it is in pasture. We still have the other half to do, and that's okay. We're on our way to come to pasture and cattle for this part of the farm vision to maintain the cattle and to keep them well, starting with raw land, doing what you can, when you can, and how you can. Now, this particular hill, if you'll remember, for the first time, we had gathered up enough money to bring in a forester, and it was just going to grind up the scrubs and the trees. Of course, we left some shade trees because the cattle need that, and we like it too while we're out here. But just look how beautiful this has become in such a short period of time. Scan around a little bit, Luis. Let them see what has happened. Now, I understand it's not complete, and we don't have the entire hill yet, but that's still okay because something is better than nothing. There are cattle able to graze here. We've opened up many more acres. We're going to be opening up the rest of it, and that's in the future as we grow the farm, as we expand it. See, everything in your life, you need to be able to change your environment to match your needs, and you also need to be scalable in everything you do. Now, a lot of people will start chasing the dream if they don't get everything instantly. They just want to give up and call it a failure. You haven't failed. You still got a goal. Set it. Don't count success by what you see every week, but count it by every year or every several months or even 5 years. How much closer have you moved to your goal? And as long as you've moved somewhat closer to your goal, you're still winning. You're still successful. Something is better than nothing because you couldn't afford to keep cattle if you had to feed them all the time. And right now we're in the process of learning rotational grazing and all kinds of big things. It's going to be a grand adventure as you come back. We're going to show you how to get cattle, to make deal on cattle. We're going to show you how to improve the land to sustain the cattle and to do the work. But all of this is going to be based on doing what you can, when you can, how you can. First of all, getting the land, then getting a vision and a dream. When I first got this place, I didn't think nothing about a farm. We were just thinking about a place to hunt, to gather wild edibles, to survive on. But then God gave me a grander vision. And I tell you what, when I was little, He brought it back to my memory. As we seen a guy up on top of the hill had a farm. His kids had everything, and he had everything. And I thought if you had cattle, that meant you was rich. Boy, I didn't know all the struggles it takes to have those cattle. But I'm telling you, it seemed impossible, but now we have them and we're doing well. This is not a completed work. You're going on the journey. Now, how we clean this other side, some of it we started with a chainsaw. It took forever. Then we finally got saved up for a forester, and we've done half of the hill with it, and we was going to do it all, but he got scared and quit doing it. But that's okay. We're on our way. And I'm going over here in just a minute to show you another part of a hill right behind the house, how it's been done so differently for different reasons and different purposes. So if y'all would, come along. This little bird, I had to make sure what was in there. Sometimes something might jump out and try to tell you howdy, and you don't want to know about it. You're going to be surprised by it anyhow. Are you feeling? Funny little story, and I'm glad it's here. We're down here in the middle of a holler next to the house. And in this holler, for years, it has been inaccessible. It's a beautiful, big piece of property that can be transformed and used for many, many different things. And it's just a gorgeous many acres. But for years, it's just been here, and nobody has been able to get in here because access was not available. Because as you can see, the hills are steep all around it. They're steep in every direction. It's like a big bowl that you're coming down into. So what we decided to do was to actually cut a road in from the road up above. And that's simply moving dirt over and leveling it out. We made a road in here all the way to where you just seen the pasture being worked on over there. It makes it easy access to get in and out and opens up all this acreage now to be worked and turned into anything you want to turn it into. We did hit a major bump, and don't let this cause you to quit, because prospering is hard. Anytime you're chasing dreams, it's hard. We're coming through here making the road, and there was a big stump. In fact, it's right there if you can film it, Luis. That's the big stump right there. It looks like a ball of stuff right now. I got stuff all over it because it's been there for a little bit now. But we hit what is called a natural spring right in the middle of the road. And now we have running water continuously. Not a bad thing. I love a natural spring. And one thing, if you got animals, one of the most important things is to make sure you got water. This spring has never dried up. It is a natural spring. So is the road useless? No. Is all this work for nothing? No. Now we just have to fix this little hiccup. And we'll do that by putting in piping and rocks covering it to where it'll be a solid road again, but yet the water will be able to run free. So, hey, come along in one of these videos. It may not be this one, but you will see us doing that and fixing this road and keeping this land open where we can access it and chase our dreams. Now, let's go over to another hill and show you another thought, because all through your life, you're going to have to make plans and change them as you go. Have your life scalable where you can scale it up and down as you need to, and you'll never walk in defeat. Come on. Y'all seen the hill and the holler, and many of y'all have watched the videos from before, and what we started with bare land. But here on this section is different than that section, because here our needs are different than what they are there. There is for cattle and animals. Here is for us. So we had behind the house a great big hill that was so steep you couldn't do anything with it. So what we did was we saved up the money until we could rent a dozer, and one of my buddies came and ran it. And what we did was we cut down the hill up here. Now the hill used to start up there and drop pretty much straight off. So what we did was took dirt from there and moved it here and made a bigger level spot with a driveway access plus connected to the other yard, essentially making this useless hill useful. But see, we had different plans for it. I planned to put a garden in here and the chicken lots and a dog lot to be sectioned here on this flat now that we can use, and a little entertainment center over there where we can look out over the pastures and enjoy the view. Come with me a little bit. I'll try to show you how steep this hill is. And while it is still steep, we have feathered it off to where we can ride mowers and stuff on it now instead of going straight down. So we turn unusable land into useful land. And probably the next video you see this, it'll have the chickens and the garden in place and all these other things. Or you might see videos of us moving everything in. We'll figure that out as we go, and how often I can keep Luis with me. But you may be, I don't know if the camera will show the angle, the steepness of this hill. But if you'll see from this corner, I love it because we can see the pastures that we've already made. And as we trim up this holler, it's going to open it up to an even bigger and better view. So I want to put like picnic table, something here for entertainment, where we can get a tomato out of the garden and maybe have a tomato sandwich while we reminisce and think about where we're going and what we want to do. And true, we're not where we want to be, but we sure ain't where we was. And we're on our way, and we're okay. We're living right here with the little shack out on the hill. Our house is small, but our land is big. Our hearts are even bigger, and we are living the American dream right here in the promised land itself, the land of opportunity, where you can choose or not to choose to have a better future. It is your choice to choose life or death, blessings or cursings. You choose.